Hey there, Foxy Gamers! Welcome back to Satisfactory. This might look a little different to you than it did the last time we were playing, as the update number 3 has come out, and as you can see, there is a new starting zone in the desert. We've already got some little turtle dog things roaming this area, and not a whole lot as far as the eye can see. Now, this is the experimental build, so there's a chance that we may run into some game-breaking bugs. So we'll have to be aware of that. Oh, look, we've got some limestone right here. Actually, I don't think I want that in my inventory right now. So what I did here was I went ahead and started a new game since chances are it was going to break my old game anyway. And then they have this option now. I don't know if this was new in this release or not, but I'd never seen it before. There's an option that allows you to skip the intro, and not only do you skip the cinematic part, but if I open up my building menu here, you can see that I actually have a whole bunch of stuff that I can already do. So it's a tiny bit past where we were in the last video as far as technology, but honestly, the beginning part is so long. I think it's really good for people to do it if they've never played this game at all, because otherwise they might jump into this and be a little confused. But for me, I really appreciate skipping the part at the very beginning where you're not even able to automate anything. Alright, so this looks like... I thought it looked for iron, but is this copper?
This is one of multiple edibles.
No, that is iron. Okay.
In your vicinity, which are within approved
cool. It's
nutritional
still
and medical
pure, so that's
categories
good.
as established by R&D. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Okay, so there's our iron. Let's find out. Okay, they changed the key bindings here now too. We can crouch now, which is cool. Crouch and slide. Ooh, look at that. That's fun. But it's gonna mess with my brain for a while because that used to be our scanner button. So let's see how far away copper is. Alright, there's several this way. I don't know what this is in the middle here. And then our limestone. Is that limestone? Oh, what is this? Must go look at strange object, even if it might kill me. This is so weird. Why is it they're just a rock? Hey, oh, Caterium. Interesting. I have not gotten to the point in the game yet where I actually know what that's for. So that's cool. At least we know it's nearby. Okay, so we do have a nice open flat area here. Ooh, want to collect these food berry hair things, whatever, barrel nuts. Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and pop our hub right here. Now, do I want to do it on this edge here? I don't know. It's gonna be hard to bring our iron up. Oh, not that hard. We'll just have to get some conveyor belts up there. But this looks like a nicer open area here to set this up. Now, one thing I have read about this new desert area is that it is actually pretty hard to come by organic matter, so that's going to be interesting. Oh, look at that. We have portable miners that we start with. Oh, I should also probably equip this guy. So that's cool. We can go drop those off at our... Well, why would you touch the taser thing? That seems dumb. We can go drop this off at our iron and one of the copper spots so we can get a head start on that. There we go. One of you there. And let's put another one down right there. Now our copper, remind me. Okay. Oh, that's right. They're all, like, super close to each other over here. But I haven't run into any organic matter yet, which is a bit worrisome. Hi, buddy. Do you feel like dying today? I feel like today's a good day for you to die. Oh, let me, oh god, he's gonna charge me and I don't have my taser equipped. There we go, oh god! Yeah. Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at combat in every single game ever made, guys? Like, even Stardew Valley, I suck at combat,
The
and,
remains of this creature might shed light on how to increase
it
chances
took
of
me forever to
survival.
get
A new
to
research
the point where I
tree
could
can now
actually
be
make my way
accessed
down the
in
mines.
map.
Ooh, we've got a glowworm here. I think this is useful. Yes. Green power slug. This is a much later
This semi-slug seems to
game
emit unfamiliar energy
object.
readings, which
We're
could
not going to be
potentially
able to make
retrofitted into
any
FICSIT
use of that
technology.
for a while.
A new
Oh, look,
research
that's probably
tree
some
can now be
organic matter
accessed
over
in
there.
MAM.
But man, we do have to run quite a ways. So I'm going to want to make sure to collect a whole bunch of that. Come at me, bro. Come on. Yeah. Oh, jeez. This guy's a tough one. Oh my god. Good thing they don't, like, do too much damage. I got your carapace. Take that. Ah. Okay. I guess this is about the only place we're gonna have for organic matter in this starting area. So this will be very interesting. That's iron. We wanted to put it over here. That's right. So I'm gonna collect a whole bunch of that while we're over here. And I'll probably just cut that out of the video because that'll be really boring for you guys to watch. So I'll see you in a minute. Alright, well hopefully we've got enough organic matter for now. It doesn't really feel like we have a lot for how many things I picked up, but I did also read that they increased the longevity of the organic matter, so that'll be more efficient when we're burning it than it has been in the past. So even though it's harder to get, they did rebalance it a little bit, so that part is nice. Now in here, you can see this looks different than it did last game because, as I said before, this is a little bit further along. And what we can do with this is actually research things, or so I thought. Or did we... That's weird. Did we... What happened here? Oh. Maybe this is just like our house now. That's cool. They've got like beds and a toilet and everything in here. Now let's see. Biomass burner. Huh. I could have sworn this is like where I go to research stuff because I have these things in here like the alien carapace and these barrel nuts and everything. So... I don't know what happened with that, but that's weird. There's a moose on here. That doesn't look like this planet. That looks like Earth, silly billies. Okay, so what do we have here now? We've got... These are all the upgrades they gave us for free for skipping the intro. That'll make sense. Yes, we got all these basic ingredients here. Conveyor belts, awesome, storage container, and miners. Okay, so I think the first thing we're gonna want to do is get ourselves a miner, and it won't be very long before we have to make these biomass burners too, because the two that come with the hub aren't actually gonna get us very far. So you can see we have all sorts of construction things here too, which we're definitely gonna do later on. Oh, that's cool. With this upgrade, you can see the efficiency of each building. I don't remember that. But for now, it takes a lot of materials, so I'm gonna avoid doing that right at this time. So I guess as far as milestones go, we are all done until we build the space elevator. And you can see here, the space elevator takes a buttload of stuff that I could hypothetically make by hand, but that would be really terrible, so I don't want to do that. So basically we're going to set up our base for the base level of automation first and foremost. So we need a miner. Wow, okay, they gave us enough ingredients to make a miners too. Cool. So we're gonna want a miner and a smelter. Looks like we got enough for that. And we should make some biomass in order to power our burners. Wow, this is really slow. I feel like this has been much faster in the past. That's so weird. Okay. We're already out of inventory space. So I actually think we're gonna set up our miner first, because I don't want to be wasting power. The burners will keep burning your biofuel or your biomass or biofuel, whichever one you have, even if you're not using the power. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up our miner here. And here's a pointer. This took me forever to figure out the first time I played through this game. If we go here and we try to place our miner, it says you can't place a resource extractor on a resource deposit. It needs a resource node. And what seems really weird to me about that is like, well, this is a resource node, isn't it? Well, what you have to do is clear this chunk of iron in the middle of it first. And now we can see that. Now we can build the miner, because that, whatever that thing is called there, that piston, I don't know, I'm terrible at mechanical stuff. That needs to go down the center of this guy here. So we're gonna turn this like so. I might actually want to rotate it, oops, a little bit past where that is. So we'll go ahead and pick up the miner. And now we've got lots of clearance, because I'm gonna need to build a path going up those rocks at some point. But for now, maybe we'll just have our smelters going over here. This is gonna be such a mess. I'm really bad at making this stuff look really good, which is terrible because it drives me crazy when it looks bad. Now we can hold control to sort of line it up. You can see when I hit control, it snaps it, and then you can see those green lines to sort of show you where things are going. But the problem is when you want to like turn corners and that sort of thing, all your conveyor belts are curved. So we'll go ahead and connect this guy down here. And the only way to make this raised off of the ground, as far as I know, is to actually build a platform underneath it, which I'm not going to worry about doing right now, because like I said, that does actually take a lot of materials. So we'll have that smelt the iron ingot, and I'll go ahead and build a power line. Well, or I'll just put a pole here first. And then this guy, whoop. This guy will connect here and here. And the power lines, you can see above it there, it says 2 out of 4. You can only have 4 power lines going out of each node. And the problem with that is like, you can only actually connect it to 3 types of buildings, because the 4th slot you need to use to connect it to other power lines, like this. Oh, it's too steep for us to jump up. So let's see how far we can go. We can probably just drag this up here. So my best recommendation to deal with that situation is you can just put a few right next to each other, like this. And that way, then you have like a section of power lines that you can use for all your buildings. But right now, we don't need that many. We just need to get this over to our base. So we will save on those materials. Let's see if this is long enough to get over to our bio burners. Or do we not? Oh, it's on this side. Okay. So same thing with these burners here. I'm going to want to kind of make this little power grid thing, because only there can only be one line going into each burner as well. And this is where I'm talking about where it's like, it'll drive me crazy because I can't perfectly line these guys up with each other, but I'm just gonna have to deal. Okay, so you can go there, and you can go there. For now, we probably only need one working. Whoops, okay, I dumped all my biomass. Let me go pick that up real quick. I think you can only put 200 in each of these anyway. Oh, I should have dropped that iron ore off in the smelter so that I could get a head start. Oh well. We'll go back there in a second and make sure everything is working properly. There we go. So now we can see our buildings are going to work. And this gray line up at the top here is our maximum output that our power grid can handle right now. And this is our usage. So that should be fine for now. It's amazing how quickly you actually run out of power in this game. And then you gotta go figure out where all your power is being drained from. So let's see how this guy is doing. Because it's a pure iron spot here, the smelter is actually going to be very productive. And if we can see here, it says 120 iron per minute. And then our smelter, how much can it do? 30 per minute. So that means we could have 4 smelters hooked up to this one miner. Which seems interesting. I feel like maybe they changed that because I thought one miner... Oh, hey, buddy. I thought one miner could only handle 3 smelters in the past, so I don't know if that has changed or what. Let's see here. I actually wanted to split this conveyor belt. So... Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of this. And for the time being, we're just gonna drop off... Well, he's got a pretty full load anyway. We'll drop off some iron ore so that guy can keep going. But what I want to do is actually put in a splitter here. Please tell me I can do a splitter. Logistics. Conveyor belt, conveyor pull. I cannot do a splitter. That is a huge bummer. I guess I have to build my space elevator first. So 1 miner to smelter it is. Okay. Well, you can keep on doing your thing for now then. But I'm going to take that iron from you. The one thing I believe we can do... I don't know what this is for. A key. Interesting. I think you can actually overclock these. I don't really know anything about overclocking, like, in real life or in this game, so that isn't actually something that I've messed with yet, but that would be an interesting thing to do at some point. Okay, so space elevator. We are probably going to have to manually create a lot of these, just not smelting our iron bars. But we could put a... Do we have a constructor? There we go. We can put a constructor here. I'm gonna kind of put it out of the way a bit. Let's make sure we're doing this at a right angle, because otherwise it's gonna drive me insane. Alright, so there's a right angle. That's good. Good deal. I wish I could, like... Wait, let's see. Hold down, control, left control, snapped guideline. Scroll up, scroll down, rotate. Yep, I know all that. I wish there was a way, like in Subnautica, where you could actually raise and lower the height of the thing that you're doing, and like maybe it would just charge you a little bit extra iron for it or something, but it doesn't seem like you can do that. I would have to actually create our platforms for that. So one thing we can do to solve this whole like ugliness situation with this thing here is we can make ourselves a conveyor pole so that the conveyor belt will go perfectly straight until I wish to turn it. Now, can we do something like this? No, that's not going to be very pretty. Ugh. It is so hard to make things look pretty in this game. So hard. What? Can we not? Okay, there we go. You go there, and you go there. Huzzah! So now this guy, we want you to make some iron plates for us. We'll go ahead and give you a few there. And we need to hook you up to a power. So as you can see, this is at 3 out of 4 now. So I'm just going to plop a power line over here. I could just do it right next to the thing, but... or right next to the other power line. But this way it kind of helps me keep track of where all my power is going. So there we go. You can also have, like, some separate power grids. Like, if you wanted to build just a biomass burner for, like, say we didn't want these guys to be on our main power grid, I could set that up so that it's only these using that, but I find that that can be really difficult to manage sometimes. So you can see here, it's going between green and yellow, because when it's yellow, it's full, since our smelter can't actually keep up with the miner, but we're just gonna have to deal with that for now until we build our space elevator. Alright, so now we just gotta go set up our copper area. Let's make sure we have enough materials left before we go over there. We do have enough for the miner, and how about the smelter? Yep, that all looks good. And the constructor? Yes. Okay, cool. But we should check and make sure our power is going to be able to handle that. It is likely going to trip our power, but we'll see how it goes. It's not eating the fuel too quickly, so that's good news, because it's going to be difficult for us to get biomass very frequently. Alright, let's find out where our copper ore is. I already forgot. Okay, that guy right there. Ooh, or did I go to that one? I'm not sure. Oh no, I think it's that one. I see the miners. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and drag our power line over here, just so that we can see very quickly if it's going to be able to handle all this power. Will it show me the distance? I don't know how these power lines go so far. Oh, there we go. Okay, wire is too long. Alright, put you there. I think before it just kind of disconnected itself and didn't actually tell me that the wire was going to be too long. Oh, look at that. There's another glowwormy thingy over there. Let's go pick that up. Like I said, I can't remember what that's for off the top of my head. It's for much later in the game, but I might as well pick them up when I see them, because I don't think there's any reason to leave them here doing their thing. He's so cool, though. Hey, buddy. You want to come be my friend? Ah, you're my pet now. Woohoo! Alright, so once again, we do need to remove this guy. Okay, good. This is also pure. I didn't actually pay attention to see whether the copper ore was pure or not, but that's good news. Ooh. Are we going to have enough inventory space? Probably not to pick up that other guy. At least not until we build a miner, because it is going to consume our portable miner. We'll put this guy facing there. And grab the rest of this. Alright, so you can go ahead and start doing your thing. And then we'll throw down... Oh, not the constructor. The smelter. Line it up. And pretty self-explanatory. You can see the orange is the in and the green arrows are the out. So that is a nice indicator. Very, very helpful. It would be extremely frustrating without that. So that has been there ever since I started playing the game. So they know what they're doing. Alright. You need to make a copper ingot for us. And we'll go ahead and drop off some in there, because it's just taking up inventory space at this time. And I'll throw down a power line here. Let's check our power grid. This is nice. You can look at any of your Oh, yep, okay. We already surpassed our power grid. But yeah, you can check out any power pole to see what, like, your total grid is taking. Now, what I could do is I can actually switch one of these off. In fact, I might just do that. I'm going to switch off this miner, put you on standby, and then we can turn our power back on, and hopefully that won't overdo the power. And now I can go back and take care of putting in our biomass while our iron stuff can keep working. Alright, we'll plop that in there, and let's see, what are our power poles looking like here? We've got 4 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 1 out of 4. I guess we'll drag you next to this one. It's gonna drive me crazy because they're like crisscrossing through each other, but whatever. And, oh, I already hooked it up. Okay, that's why. That's a thing. Alright, I'm just gonna remove that for now. No sense wasting those materials if we don't really need to do that. And there we go. We've got plenty of power. So we can come back here, turn our smelter back on, and add ourselves a constructor. Now, let's see. Which one are we gonna want to be making here for space elevator? Wire. Okay, everything else is gonna be iron and limestone, so we definitely want to make wires, but we need 1,500, so either we'll have to come back here and remove the items from the inventory, or else can we build a box to hold stuff in? Logistics, organization, storage container. Awesome. Okay, so we'll be able to add that. That's a good deal. Turn you back on, sir. There you are. Are you already out of copper? We can definitely give you some more there. Okay, throw down this constructor. I'm a big fan of this whole giving me the basics to get started, because like I said, that can get really tedious early on if you're just like, oh, I want to start a new game because I want to try a different area, or you know, my save got corrupted because it's early access. So I don't know if that's something they're actually gonna keep for the release of the game, or if that's simply because it's early access and they know that people are going to have to be starting over all the time. But in any case, it's definitely very useful for now. Okay, so this guy needs to be assigned something. There you go. And we're all cooking. Awesome. Alright guys, I think that is a good stopping point for this episode. We've got our very, very rudimentary basic smelting and constructing setup on both our iron and our copper zones. So that'll give us a head start to making what we need for the space elevator. I'm probably going to end up making a lot of stuff by hand still as it is, just because since we can't like split our conveyor belts right now to make use of these miners, I don't want to set this up at every single node that's nearby. So we'll just make all the rest of this stuff by hand, but supplement it with the help of these machines. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you are all enjoying the Satisfactory series, and I'm very much looking forward to playing more. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone, and until next time, stay foxy.